Hey everybody, Jay Barino here, and welcome back. We're playing UEDAIP onto Mission 3 of the Protoss campaign. Just send me in and let's see what fresh new hell awaits us today. Specific enemies will have specific ways in which they try to defeat you. Keep in mind what broods, squadrons, or tribes you're up against. So I think this is separated, though, by Vanilla StarCraft and Brood War. So, like, the broods in Brood War are different than the broods in StarCraft, or, like, they have different specialties, I think. I'm not sure. Let's just get started. We've got our wacky and wild low mineral counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we start with 8 probes. So if we want to saturate this 1 per, then we probably want to go ahead and just make sure that we don't mine these out too early. What are you? Not a Corsair. 20 explosive. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I assume those can attack ground? They must, right? Let's get one on. Gas. Don't fly too close to the sun, Mr. Observer. We really need you. I'm going to hotkey him. Oh, okay. So red is Dagoth's brood that can make the hunter killers, and that must mean that their sunken colonies regenerate super fast, too. Okay, I just want to get decently saturated here. All right, that's 10 probes. Cancel one of these. I want to take this base pretty fast, too. But it's flipping 600, isn't it? Ah! Gosh, that gets me every time. All right, they're getting some good scouting information, and what we really found, most importantly, is this base right here, which seems pretty juicy to take early. And the sooner that we can get a Nexus up to start regenerating those minerals on it, the better. Oh, hello. Okay, that went pretty well. Get out of the way. And then probably want to start making more of these. I'm curious to see if we can make more of these escorts or scouts. Yeah, there's the hunter killers. So the hunter killers, their attack isn't super good, but they regenerate that really, really fast like that. Something like this. And then we need a forge. Okay, we do have 10 on minerals here. Let's get one more so we can get this gas fully saturated. Maybe get another scout. Let's get another escort. Never mind. You know what I also really want to do is build some cannons up here, because that's white will attack with air units up there probably, if I had to guess. Okay, Forge coming up. Pylon coming up. Nexus coming up. I guess let's go ahead and save. It's been an okay start, but who knows what can happen. The early attacks have been decently large. If we can bottleneck them at that entrance, then I'll feel pretty good. Ground weapons and Dragoon range, and we're going to get some Dragoons, and I would like to get some cannons here. These doodads will help us. These doodads will definitely help us. Okay, let's start some cannons and maybe get a shield battery and such. Oh, there they are. Okay, we do have Dragoons coming up, and let's get more escorts as well. Okay, focus fire. I literally just built this, so don't let it go. We split damage on both of them. Okay, let's start getting some probes here. Yeah, look at that. 48 minerals is terrible. Okay, start this. I think we lost the minerals because it got canceled beforehand. Let's put our observer up here to give us some vision. And we want to make sure that we're not harvesting from the super low patches. 74, 249. It's so ridiculous, I feel like, that we're doing that, but we got to do what you got to do. I think maybe what we're going to want to focus on here is getting an air group. Because we started with the Stargate. We could also make Reavers, which I'm not thrilled about, but it's certainly something we could do. Okay, not that one. Not these front. Those front ones are the ones that have very, very low yields. Okay, that's probably enough. You go up there. We could also take this area over to the left. I'm going to keep making escorts, and I'm going to get a second gateway. You know what? Let's get a second... That's probably super expensive. 450. Also a fleet beacon. What's going on with that? Okay, second Stargate. We don't want them taking that base over there. Absolutely not. I think we just want to get some cannons crammed in here. I also see that ramp there, which is probably what leads, yeah, straight down to red. Okay, yeah, lure him into the cannons. Where's my observer? This is super slow. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna make more escorts. Maybe we want to get some more. Wait, how many probes did he kill? No, I have to count my probes again. 3, not a big deal. Okay. Let's get a pylon here. We can cram in some more cannons along the edge. And the big key is I just want to make sure that they don't take that base on the left. Escort, escort. Wait, let's get this other geyser going as well. Again, stop harvesting from those close ones. And then let's get a group of cannons up this. We're not allowing ourselves a lot of room to maneuver here, but we need cannons for that area. Again, let's check red potentially taking this. Bottom left is also open for them to take. I'm feeling like the sooner we can attack into red, the better. Again, they have those really good sunken colonies, so it seems like we want to just be making air units.
We are under attack.
I mean, if you just want to, you know, run away like that, that's fine. You can see they don't do a ton of damage. They don't die. Okay. Escort is O. You know, you had the opportunity to not make that an awful hotkey. You didn't have to do that. Oh yeah, Scourge from white is going to be a constant thing too, it looks like. Alright, probably need a Citadel of a Dune. I don't want to spread my upgrades too much either, though. Okay, looking good, and then we'll just make some zealots. Feels like a decently sized air group. I wonder if we could come up here and like start picking off some stuff. I did save relatively recent. Ah! Oh no! Run!
It is a good day to die.
Okay, we're gonna need some. We're gonna need more. I see red taking this base over here. I would not like to allow them to do that. Citadel is done. Zealot legs and just make a lot of zealots. And I'm gonna need to replace this observer eventually because it's. I don't want to. I mean, I don't want to accidentally let it die, but we just gotta be careful. Good pick. What I'm leaning towards is maybe going and checking the bottom left. Again, we want to just stop red. How's this going down here? Not terrible. Just reset up these cannons. Get more escorts where we can afford them. And pylons. You know what? I talked about white attacking me from this direction. They haven't hit me at all. Again, denying... I feel like denying red here is huge. Like, super critical. We can get +2? We can get +2 air. I guess we should want to do that. I feel like I lost a lot of stuff just fighting this one base. That actually went terribly. And then what's going on over here? Nothing awful. I also can take this. Never mind, it's 600 minerals. We've semi-crippled white, though, right? They can't, not white, red. We took out a lot of their economy. They might try to retake these bases, but that's gonna hurt them in the long run, I think, right? Decent expansion denial. I continue to make escorts, and I think I need, like, a stronger ground force here. Zealot escort should be pretty good here, I think. Ultralisks that make the goofy attack noise. I like my defense setup here. Again, I don't have enough income. I can't mine these out because they started with such low minerals on them, such a low count. See, these are further away from our base, and they have a much higher, much higher yield. I think the key is we just want to have a group of them and keep them clumped up. Just pick off stuff.
It is a good day to die.
Nope. Okay, and that's a full group. And you know what? Let's cancel these and now focus more on our ground units. I'm going to get a robo facility for potential reavers. I can get some scouts. That's actually less gas, which is nice. And you know what? Cancel that. I would like to build... Oh my gosh. Oh, those are Kakalza. Those do full bounce damage to everything. We have to focus those down. Oof. Okay, that could have been a lot worse, but my goodness. All right, come on out here. We're going to set this up. We're going to make zealots, and I'm going to get another... No, I'm not going to get another gateway because the resources aren't spoken for. Oh my gosh. Give it a rest, Red. Okay, let's check down there again. Can I squeeze in there to fit another cannon? All right, they've left that alone. They really don't want me to have this. Okay. Just in case I need another observer, which I feel like is almost a definite. Red hates me so much, I feel like. Okay, come back over here, get this stuff set up. We're going to make more zealots. We're going to get another gateway. It costs too much money for these. All right, there you go. a big gas cost for them, so I guess taking those out is pretty solid. It never stops. Okay, and then get this saturated, get it saturated. Is a full group here enough, you think? It's the Scourge. Well, they gave up. Okay. Now we take this group. Again, I'm going to continue picking off Sunkens with this flyer group. All right, we're going to make Dragoons, rally them over here and over here. This attack is going to be, like, the key to everything. If we can make this work... It's just the random Scourge they have are a problem. Should we get the Fleet Beacon for the upgrades on the escorts? I guess so, and maybe get more escorts. I think they've got that Kala upgrade now, too. Okay, we took out these sunken colonies. We're going to back up here a little bit. Okay. Oh, my observer. After all that. Escorts and escorts up there. Dragoons and zealots. Can't afford them, we're good. Okay, white is like really pushing to defend their ally here. You notice this? Don't chase into the spore colonies, please. All right, and now we can get +2 air weapons. Not being able to, like, pay direct attention to what's going on here is a big, big problem. Thankfully, the Impalers get a little confused sometimes. I think denying Red's expansion was key. Stay together. 7 and 8. Hotkey those. And then white's been reacting to defend their allies. Again, it's neat that they support each other, but also scary. Let's start mixing in some scouts. We want to get rid of the Hydra dens, because that's where they build the hunter killers from. Getting +2 attack on the escorts is really going to make it happen, too. Yeah, go for the hive. Back up. Okay, hive is gone. It's quite a lot of Hydras. And thankfully we had enough zealots, I think, to hold on there. Don't push into the spore colony. You know what? Zealots, just hit the spore. I don't see any other sunken colony. I do see another sunken colony. Let's hit it. Escort. Yeah, let's go scouts now. Mix in some scouts. Okay, I think we got him. And with one of them out, I feel like this is going to be a lot simpler. Unfortunately, I don't have any fly... I mean, I'd have to pull some of these. Okay, quick, come on down here. We don't have to lose the... There's no reason we have to throw away this Nexus. Man, White is just furiously defending their ally. Are you seeing this? We've mined this out decently. This needs saturated. We could also take the bottom left. All right. Yeah, use the air units to focus down the Sunkens. I still can't get over how the Ultra Cavern spawns a full Ultralisk. Will my Fleet Beacon spawn a carrier? Speaking of the Fleet Beacon... Scout upgrades. Okay, that's acceptable. Okay, let's finish red completely, please. Ooh! Okay, needing pylons is a good problem at this point, because it means that we've been positive on our unit building. Like, it must have spawned a Hydra that immediately started warping it into an Impaler. Okay, let's not let them finish rebuilding there. Okay, they didn't manage to get another sunken colony up down there, so we're all good. Looks like White's hitting us from the upper left, so they must have a separate base up there. Ooh, that's right, Hornets as well. The thing is, Hornets require a separate upgrade from the support bay and all that, so it's a lot. I'm just going to keep making Zealots, and then let's take this group, and I'm going to attack towards the upper left. Let's also throw down a save. I hear stuff getting attacked. Oh, it's just this. It's just Larva. Okay, red is dead. White tried to take the upper left, and it looks like they just are barely getting it set up. Also, red seems to be like a rough opponent because the hunter killers and the sunken colonies, they just absorb so much damage. You have to pay special attention. But again, like, what do I get? I mean, I guess I get escorts. Those are good, right? So I shouldn't complain. We do have decent tools at our disposal, but nothing faction-specific except the mineral thing, which, again, as I've mentioned in the past, is arguably, you know, a disadvantage. Kakulza is the worst. We have to focus those down. White is the brood that gets more money for more kills, I think. I don't know if it functions that way here. It generally is treated as, you know... It's treated as if it, is like the anti-air group, at least. There's, again, a lot of Scourge, a lot of Mutas here. These escorts are pretty fun.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
I will say man, it's just the mineral thing, like, really changes the speed at which the stuff is played sometimes. It's really interesting. Okay, I think we have enough. We should be able to just dive right into White. I think going straight air from the start was an okay choice. I think I could have gone ground if I would have chosen to attack White first. Okay, hang on. It looks like they're going to be coming up here. The answer is yes. Also, if we consolidate back at base... The Kakulza are only scary, again, when you have multiple units attacking them, because the bounce is... It's full damage across, like, 4 or 5 units, isn't it? But yeah, I wanted to consolidate closer to my base, so down here... Oh, I thought I set up more pylons. I must not have. I want to take this base, and I want to just get more pylons. we're going to have to use Reavers in the future. It's such an investment to go down any specific tech path that I'm not super interested in making air and robo and gateway. You can probably do 2. You can't do multiples. You can't do more than 2, right? You could do air and robo is probably not. You can do gateway and robo or gateway and air. Going all 3 would require a huge investment that I am not interested in committing to, especially for this map, where it's a pretty tight start. The red base was way harder to break than this, and I think it was because of those sunken colonies. Yeah, look at that. It just dies instantly. You'll love to see it.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
All right. We're floating a lot of money here at the end, but you know, I think at the period when things were kind of spicy, we were spending our money at a decent rate. Yeah, let's just go ahead and use the zealots to kill the spores. Well, I'm loving the escorts. Again, it's just the Stargates. It was, what, 350 for a Stargate? And then if you want to get a fleet beacon for upgrades, that was, what, 300? Yeah, it's a big investment. And again, our economy is totally changed because we don't want to saturate too much early. Let's check back up here. They probably took this again. We don't want to saturate too much early because then you get mined out. Let's check down here. Yeah, they took this again. That's okay. And they're fast too, and you don't have to get an upgrade for the escorts. They're just already fast.
Executor, Antioch is under attack by overwhelming Zerg forces.
Praetor, you must hold your position for as long as possible. Fight on, brave Phoenix, and know that the gods watch over you. Entaro Adun.
All right. Goodbye, Phoenix, but now we don't have him as a liability and as a zealot anymore. Interesting map. I mean, the terrain is very similar to the original, except, you know, with red specifically, you're up against a much more challenging enemy with those sunken colonies. Definitely would stop a rush. I wonder if you could rush down white, though, with, like, a big zealot rush. Seems like you probably could. Man, it's just, these maps, anytime it's such an investment for production and your Nexus that anytime I decide to expand, I just feel like as soon as I click the button to place the Nexus, I think this is the decision that's going to lose me the game in 5 to 10 minutes. And that's scary. It's just a scary thought because you're risking so much as a player. You're risking so much to expand and then go down a specific tech path. I sort of read the map like, hey, it looks like we can get +2 for our air attacks, and we started with a Stargate, so let's just go air. But there were a lot of Scourge on this map too, plus the Kakalza. But red also had the regenerating colonies, where to me that's just like, okay, you got to make these escorts that do explosive damage. They can take out buildings relatively fast. But again, anytime I would expand it, I was like, oh my gosh, like it's 600 minerals. That's so many units that you could use to survive. So I don't know how else to describe it, but it's stressful in that anytime you make a move down a tech path and expand, you're like, it feels like a coin toss. You're like, am I about to get hit by a big attack? I don't know. And if it is, do I have enough to defend against it? I don't know. It's just, you can scout a little bit, but not enough to decide whether you want to spend 600 minerals or not. It's spicy. It's fun. But at the same time, there's definitely going to be instances where I make the wrong choice. I take the gamble and I lose. And there's just no way I could possibly know, so you just got to try a couple times. It worked out this time, and we kept Red's expansions down, I think, which was a big key. All right, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.